Inside the headquarters of Pacers Sports and Entertainment, billionaire Steve Simon reportedly sat across from head coach Stephanie White and top Fever executives. The topic: control. The message? If the rumors are true, the future of the franchise had just changed forever. They say money makes the world go round, but in professional sports, it does something else. It dictates who gets to lead. The Indiana Fever aren't just a WNBA team. They're part of a vast corporate empire owned by the Simon family, whose wealth runs through the veins of American shopping malls and Indiana sports alike. Herb Simon, the aging patriarch, might be the name everyone knows, but it's his son, Steve Simon, who allegedly calls the shots now. And when he reportedly declared, "This is CCT from here on out," short for Caitlin Clark's team, it wasn't basketball talk. It was a directive from the top of a billion-dollar empire. To understand why that order might have been made, you have to go back to the start, to the moment Caitlin Clark entered the league like a lightning strike. She wasn't just a rookie. She was a revolution. Every game she played rewrote records. Her jersey sold out faster than some NBA stars. Fever tickets, once impossible to give away, suddenly became gold. The Fever were no longer an afterthought. They were the story. With each logo three-pointer she drained, the team's market value soared. She wasn't just scoring points, she was creating revenue. But then something shifted. The fast-paced, free-flowing excitement that defined Clark's college days began to fade. The new system under coach Stephanie White emphasized balance and teamwork. The Fever slowed down. They became structured, methodical, and, to fans, dull. Gone were the wild, electrifying moments that made Caitlin Clark a national icon. Her confidence seemed restrained, her freedom caged. And while the Fever started to notch wins and even made a playoff run, the excitement, the buzz began to vanish. Ticket sales flattened, viral moments disappeared, and suddenly, the league's biggest star wasn't trending like before. That's when, reportedly, the Simon family stepped in. Steve Simon, whose empire thrives on spectacle and profit, supposedly called for an urgent meeting. The message was clear. Caitlin Clark wasn't just a player. She was the brand. She was the marketing, the ticket sales, the national attention. And when that started to cool, so did the Simon family's patience. If the reports are accurate, Simon told White and the executives to rebuild everything around her. The system, the offense, even the team culture. From now on, Caitlin Clark would be the centerpiece of the Indiana Fever, whether anyone liked it or not. For Stephanie White, that was allegedly a breaking point. She had built her system on balance, discipline, and team unity, not on celebrity stardom. The idea of tossing that away for one player reportedly made her furious. But when your boss is a billionaire, there's not much room for debate. The rumor goes that Simon simply told her, "You don't have to like it, but that's the way it is." It was a corporate checkmate, and the room fell silent. After that supposed meeting, the evidence began to surface. Interviews with White suddenly emphasized teamwork while praising Kelsey Mitchell as the team's priority. Yet, fans noticed the disconnect. The energy between Clark and White seemed off. Commentators whispered about friction in the locker room, and podcasters picked apart every press conference like detectives at a crime scene. It wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about control. Was Stephanie White running the team, or was Caitlin Clark? Or more accurately, was Steve Simon running it through her? The Fever's identity seemed to split in two. On one side was White's vision, a disciplined, equal opportunity offense where no single player was above the system. On the other side was Simon's vision, a Caitlin Clark-driven entertainment machine designed to fill seats, spike ratings, and sell merchandise. Because in modern sports, the line between winning and profitability isn't always the same. And the Simon family didn't build their empire by leaving money on the table. Now, let's be honest, none of this has been confirmed publicly. But in sports, silence often speaks louder than statements. Nobody's denying the rumors. Nobody's addressing them either. And that vacuum of truth has fans connecting dots that lead to one clear conclusion. Caitlin Clark isn't just the face of the Fever. She is the Fever. Think about the power dynamics at play. A 90-year-old billionaire passes control of his empire to his son. A 22-year-old rookie walks into the WNBA and changes everything. Attendance, sponsorships, television contracts, all of it. A coach, respected and successful, suddenly finds her authority questioned. And in the middle of it all, a young woman who just wanted to play basketball becomes the most powerful athlete in women's sports. The Fever are no longer a basketball team. They're a business venture, a brand, and a battleground for influence. If this story is true, even partly, it represents a seismic shift in how sports operate. For the first time, a player in the WNBA might hold real control not because of a contract, but because of economic gravity. Caitlin Clark doesn't need to demand power. The numbers demand it for her. Every sold-out game, every viral highlight, every sponsorship deal with her name on it gives her leverage most athletes never touch. The Simon family knows it. The league knows it. And so does every player sharing that locker room. But power, especially new power, always comes with consequences. If the next season truly is CCT, how will that play out inside the Fever's walls? Will Stephanie White adapt her system to unleash Clark's full potential, or will this clash end her tenure as coach? How will teammates like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston handle the shift in spotlight? Will they rally behind the star, or resent her for what she represents? The truth is, this story isn't over. It's only getting started. What's undeniable is that Caitlin Clark has already changed the WNBA forever. She brought in fans who never watched before. She put women's basketball on primetime TV. She made the Indiana Fever, a team once buried in obscurity, a household name. And if the whispers are true, she's now influencing decisions far above her pay grade. Not through scandal or ego, but through sheer impact. Caitlin Clark didn't just join a team. She became the team. The Fever may still be listed under Pacers Sports and Entertainment, but make no mistake, in Indiana right now, the true CEO wears number 22. And maybe that's the biggest story of all. A young athlete rewriting not just how the game is played, but who holds the power to define it. So, what do you think? Did Caitlin Clark truly take control of the Fever? Or is this just another case of fans reading between the lines? Is the WNBA ready for a player with that kind of influence, or will the old guard push back? Let's talk about it in the comments. If you love deep dives into the stories behind the game, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next chapter in the Caitlin Clark era, because in Indiana, the real drama has only just begun.